everyone, welcome back. How you guys doing? Today I'm gonna try and attempt to recreate a shirt that I have by using this fabric. It has a little bit of stretch, and the shirt that I'm gonna recreate, it has stretch on it too. I really like this shirt and I want to try to recreate it using this shirt. What you're gonna need is scissors, your ruler, pins, and as always, my rotary blade. So I had this fabric already for a while now. I bought about 3 yards of it. What you're gonna need is at least about 2 yards, I would say, or a yard and a half. And this shirt, it has short sleeves, but I'm gonna make it like mid-length sleeves on this. So we're gonna get ahead and start doing this. All right, so I ironed the fabric. Make sure it's on the wrong side. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna start with the back of the shirt. I have it folded on here. We're not gonna cut on this side, we're gonna cut on the other end. And so what we're gonna do is you're gonna take the sleeves and you're gonna put it inside of the shirt on both sides. If you need to pin, you can go ahead and pin that. Sleeves are in. The neck, make sure it's also in. This neck area has a little bit of like a turtleneck style. So I have to put it inside because that's gonna be a separate piece. So I need to leave extra fabric for the neck area. I have it on the folded edge of the fabric. So now I'm gonna go ahead with my rotary blade and I'm gonna cut around this, but I'm leaving extra fabric, about 5/8 of an inch. So I just went along what the pattern of the shirt is and did about 5/8 of an inch. When you're gonna cut the front of the shirt, you have to have it on the right side and cut it, not on the wrong side of the fabric, because the pattern won't come out the right way. All right, so next we're gonna do the front of the shirt. I already, the sleeves are already in. So since this has a front opening, I put in the shirt inside, so then that way I can have this shape. And the neck area, I pinned it down and make sure I have the shoulders shape on there. So I need to cut that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut on here. So we have to cut on both sides, and we need 2 of these. We're gonna do 5/8 of an inch, and you can mark it if you need to, the 5/8 of an inch. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting. All right, so I already got the shirt set up on the sewing machine, and I'm going 5/8 of an inch, which is right on this edge. And I'm also using 2.5 width and 4.0 length stitching, and I'm going with a straight stitch. You can also use the walking foot for this material, and also you can use a jersey needle for this type of fabric. Alright, so I went ahead and sewed the middle of the 2 pieces for the front of the shirt. I went ahead and sewed it in. You can go ahead and cut the extra seam, or you can overstitch with your serger. You can go with your serger, or you can overstitch with, if you don't have a serger, overstitch this with your regular sewing machine. I think I'm just gonna cut the extra fabric, and then what you do is iron it down like that. You fold it over and iron it down. So I'll show you that in a minute. But something that I know that I cut this on the wrong side, put the shirt on top and cut on the wrong side. The shirt that I'm doing has this on the bottom where it like goes into like it goes like that in an angle, and I realized that after I opened it, it didn't come out in the angle that I wanted, because I was supposed to cut it on the right side and put the shirt on top on the right side, so then that angle can come out on the front of the shirt. But just letting y'all know that I made a mistake. All right, so I already cut the neck piece. So the measurements for the neck piece is gonna be about 4 inches and 4 inches wide and 17 inches length. So I already cut that. So now we're gonna put this right sides together, and you're gonna sew in 1/2 inch from the edge. So we're gonna pin this together, and you can go ahead and press it with the iron. All right, so I already did 1/2 inch on this. So like I said, you can cut the extra fabric just a little bit, not too much, or you can overstitch on your regular sewing machine or go on with your serger. There we have to bring this on the right side. So this piece helps bring it back to the right side. You can also, if you don't have this, you can also use a safety pin. So what you do is you're gonna take this and you're gonna put it inside you're gonna hook, there's a little hook there, hook that on the fabric where the stitching is. So you're gonna hook it, and then you're gonna bring the top part onto the fabric and grab the fabric, and you're gonna start pulling up and also pulling this down, and there you see it pulls out the fabric. Stitching part, it's on the bottom of the shirt, so you're gonna sew it like, and you're gonna iron it, so then this, it's on the bottom. Now what I'm gonna do next is the sleeves. All right, so now I said I wanted the sleeve length to be a little longer, so I got another shirt where I like the sleeve to be, and I put it on top. I put the shirt on top. That way I have an idea of where I want the sleeve length to be. So I'm gonna I'm just gonna mark where I need to cut for the sleeve. So you're gonna need to leave about, from the edge of the sleeve, another inch, so then you can do the sleeve seam. So we're gonna, from the edge, we're gonna measure 1 more inch and mark that. All right, so I already traced the yarn sleeve. So now I folded the sleeve of this one over, so that way I can get this cut this right way with the angle of the shirt, and I move this shirt a little up, that way I can get extra fabric, so then when I sew this top part in, I got a couple inches. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. Make sure this edge is on the folded edge for the sleeve. So there we go. That's the sleeve. So now I'm gonna bring this over, and we're gonna cut from here and follow what I did, and then I'm gonna, from where I marked, I'm gonna add another inch for the seam. All right, so now I have the sleeve on top of the fabric, and on the edge, make sure it's on the folded edge, and we're gonna cut around this side along that way. So we got all our pieces cut out, which is the neck, the sleeves, the front, the back. So now we have to put the front pieces together, which I already did that. We gotta put right sides together and shoulder to shoulder to take in that part right there. See, so now that's gonna come out the right way because it's at this angle. That's how it should be. And the way I cut it before was slanted this way, so that was not working out. So then I figured out, oh, okay, I gotta fix this. It's not gonna work. So now I'm gonna attach this. We're gonna pin it. All right, so now I have it set up on the sewing machine. I'm gonna take 5/8 of an inch. I pinned the sides of the shirt and the shoulders. So I'm gonna go and start with the shoulder, stitching the shoulders. So there we go, that stitches are done on the shoulder. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the other side of the shirt. All right, so I went in and I sewed the shoulder seams. I did that, and now I already sewed the sides. I took 5/8 of an inch also, and once you're done sewing the sides, you can go ahead and try it on. Make sure that, you know, it fits the way you want it to fit. Now, and also for the side, don't go all the way up on the underarm. Make sure you leave an opening on the underarm, so you can put the sleeve in. It'll be easier to do it that way. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put the sleeves in. We got the sleeves, and we're gonna go ahead and on the underarm of the sleeve, we're gonna go 5/8 of an inch on both of the sleeves and take that in before we put the sleeves into the shirt. When we're done with that, I'll show you what to do next. So we're gonna go from this top edge of the sleeve and take that in. All right, so the sleeves are done. I sewed them, the seams on there. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put the sleeves onto the shirt. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna take the seam edge and you're gonna place it onto the underarm of the shirt. All right, so it's all pinned up. So you're gonna take the one side of the sleeve and put it against the shirt, edge to edge, and on the other side you're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead on the sewing machine, probably take in about less than 5/8 of an inch. I'm gonna be taking in, and I can say that the sleeves are not my best thing to do, and I'm just gonna see how this comes out. On here, the edge on the other arm, and you're also gonna pin that, so then when you go and you're gonna go sewed around this here too. So I'm gonna go ahead onto the sewing machine. All right, so I already have it set up on the sewing machine. This is the top edge of the sleeve, and I'm gonna go ahead and start sewing that on there. Make sure you don't have extra fabric on the bottom so they don't get caught. So you're just having the edge part of the sleeve. Okay, so I stopped right at the underarm edge, close to the underarm, and I'm gonna adjust this. All right, so the sleeves are in, and I tried it on, and it's looking good. This is the other sleeve that I put in. This one came out a little bit better than the other one, I guess. But when I tried it on, you can't really notice the little mistakes here and there. That was done, but that's done. So now that other shirt has this, now I'm gonna go with the neck area. And so we have this piece already, I have it all ready and all set to go. And this is gonna go on the neck part of the shirt. Okay, so before we start putting this on the shirt, we're gonna take this, one of the ends of this collar, and we're gonna put this inside like that, and then you can go ahead and iron that down so it can stay down and even. And we're gonna take the other end and we're gonna put it inside. Not, you don't have to put a lot of it inside. We're gonna put it inside, and then we're just gonna stitch right down this edge just a little bit, same color thread. So I gotta use I'm gonna use a black thread on this and sew it down. Make sure the shirt is inside out, and we're gonna do like the sleeves. We're gonna put it edge to edge. All right, so I put sew the back of the neck area. So now I have it set up to pin it. So we're gonna pin it the edge to edge on the wrong side, and you're gonna put it inside the shirt, and you're gonna pin the edges together. I already have it set up. So it's all pinned up together. So now we're gonna go on I'm gonna go on the sewing machine and take about a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch, and I'm gonna go around it and see how that comes out. Be right back. So the neck is done. Make sure that you measure this before moving on to the next step. Make sure it fits. I already ironed this down 1/2 inch and then pinned it down. So now I'm gonna go with my sewing machine and go on the edge of the seam over here and sew that down. Since I'm just doing a straight stitch and not using a double needle, I'm gonna go and do it on the wrong side, like the way I'm doing it. All right, so the shirt is finally done. I went ahead, took the seam on the front of the shirt, so that's done. I'm not taking no seams in on the sleeves or the bottom of the shirt. I'm gonna just leave it like that. And that's the whole shirt. It's completely done, and it fit great. It came out perfect. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not yet. And I will see you guys soon.